I will. First off, welcome to the Belmont, Ruddy. I'm absolutely delighted for you. There's been a lot of speculation about who the new manager is going to be after Jim and Danny left. But if you'll indulge me for a moment, I'd just like to speak about the pair of them, and not necessarily the pair of them, but their relationship with you. Now, from your point of view, I'll hear you out in a second, but I just want to say that towards the end of the season, I had a lovely chat with Jimmy, and he was so complimentary about what you do. He said that you're probably the best trainer, coach that they've ever worked with. Your methods were modern, they were new, they were exciting, and he told me that the players, they literally look forward to training. And so from that, it's a lovely little compliment for them to pay for.
Thank you.
So how did you see your relationship with them?
Yeah, I played with Jim and Dan, as a teenager. Really, they signed me from Dover Athletic, gave me my chance in first team. They saw something in me as a player and as a person, and I had a really good experience with them as a player. Some of the best time that I've ever enjoyed as a player. And from the coaching aspect, I was a young coach that was looking to make my name in the first team game. Danny and Jim gave me an opportunity to do that last year at Whitstable. And it's one of these things. I really enjoyed my last year with them. It was something that I took a lot of stuff out of what they do as managers, and something that I will be looking to integrate into my experience and my development as a coach and a manager myself.
I think as a player, and obviously you've played the game decent level, when you take what the good bits out of a manager, don't you? You've had a few different managers, obviously. Most players have. No player stays. Very, very few stay with one manager.
Yeah.
And you get in a dressing room. They've got different styles, different temperaments, different man management styles. And I think the best managers can glean a bit from each of the managers that they worked under.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, Jim and Danny work very well with each other. That's why they've been so successful. And as a player, you take certain aspects off, either one of them. And I've worked with some of the best managers at this level, and you tend to take stuff from each of them, personally as a player, and from me now as a coach and a manager. All good and bad, you take everything from them as best you can and use it for yourself, what's needed and what will help you develop.
Your plans for the club, obviously, I was down here earlier on this evening, and players coming in and out of your office at a great rate of knots, which is nice to see. No names, no pack drill. We don't want to start talking about individuals because there's a way to go yet. But you're pleased at the moment. I know you are because you told me earlier. Yeah.
Yeah, very pleased at the moment. It's it was a blow. The players that were here last year that had such a successful season. They've looked to go elsewhere, which is nothing that it's out of our power. What we need to do is sort of move on from that. Enjoy last season for what it was, and go again. I'm talking to some very good players at the moment that have got proven rhyme and experience. And they're all down here as you saw this evening. And I've been down here probably for the last week and a half talking to players. So the bottom line is don't panic. We are talking to players, daily.
As far as your management team's concerned, because it's never all about the main man, there's always the backup boys with them. Have you got anything that you can relate as far as that's concerned?
Not at the moment. I'm talking to one gentleman that's trying to sort of sort out his own personal business at the moment. Sort of should know something within sort of by the end of the week, hopefully. But yeah, the management team will be a little bit smaller than what it was last year. But it will be, it will be someone that will come in and take my philosophies and mirror what I want to get out of the team. But it will be someone with experience at this level.
That's good news. And obviously, I should imagine that you're going to try to maintain the same sort of style as we played last year, attacking football.
Of course, yeah. It's. Obviously, I was a defender myself, but I'd like to say that I've got many attributes as a coach, and certainly as a manager, in previous jobs, where a lot of a lot of our game will have a good balance. We'll be good going forward, but we'll also be very wary of what we have to do. When we're on the back foot. But yeah, we're going to offer people the excitement to come back down to the Belmont and watch football. But within a balanced sort of method that we're not conceding goals just left, right, and centre.
And you obviously know that the supporters, the Oysters, and everyone else is going to be interested in what you've got to say. They were pretty fantastic last year, weren't they?
Oh, that's unbelievable! I've never met a group of supporters so fantastic as the Oyster Boys. I've shared many a drink with the guys throughout the season, and a lot of them have spoke to me since I got the job and sent their congratulations and stuff like that, and they're foaming at the mouth, I think, to get back and watch football. So I mean, it's from a personal point of view, I mean, they made me feel completely welcome, and they all gave me their backing, and their congratulations for getting the job. So they're brilliant. So
as far as signings are concerned, it's a message to them is watch your space then.
That's it. Yeah, we're not going to be loud. We're not going to be putting all our news out for everyone to read. It will be just don't panic. Players are being spoken to, and the rebuild's very ongoing.
Now, as far as pre-season is concerned, have you got any dates in mind yet when you're going to start training? Or?
Yeah, we go back on the last Saturday in June, which I think is Saturday the 27th of June. Yeah. That's when the pre-season officially starts, and then we've got our first fixture on the 11th against Herne Bay. So it's a quick game. It's a quick turnaround of games from when we start pre-season, but the boys will be back working hard on the 27th of June.
Now it's different philosophies, and I'm not going to try and put words into your mouth, but we've had some managers down here, and they've had like 20, 25 people at the first training session. Mm-hmm. Others have had 60 and 70.
Yeah.
Are you a numbers man, or are you going to make fairly certain in your own mind what you want?
Certainly not. I mean, all the meetings I'm having with players now is first team. These guys are coming down to meet me and discuss first team matters. So yeah, I'm definitely not offering players money that I can't give them. By the time the season starts, the players that I'm talking to now are going to be within a small budget, a small team. Sorry, and they're going to be working hard together. So it's not about numbers; it's about quality.
Yeah, because if you look at most of the sides that have won promotion or been very successful, they've always managed to keep a settled, balanced side, haven't they? Almost naming the same team week after week.
Of course, yeah. I had a good conversation with the Burgess Hill manager, and sort of asked him his thoughts and why, what's he done to be so successful. As a me as a person and as a manager, I will always look to gain information and experience from other managers that are doing well in the game, and it's his philosophy is that don't change too much, tinker it, but try and keep the same philosophy and the same team together, and look how well they've done this year.
Absolutely, and going back a few years as well, not that many but a few, when Folkestone got promotion to the Ryman Prem, they kept the same side. I think they used 16 players the whole season. Mm-hmm. Incredible. I mean, you have to have luck on your side with injuries and everything. But
yeah, I mean Neil Cuddley's one of the best managers in this league, and he gets players to play for him. And consistency goes a long way in this level. If you can manage to keep players not suspended and injury free, with your development and how you coach the players and what you want to get out of them will go a long way. And it's definitely stuff like that I will be looking to sort of do the same as well.
Oh, that's good. Well, I think that just about wraps it up for me tonight. I'm going to probably put this out in a couple of chunks, but I just wondered. I know you said that you had lads down here. Primarily, you're looking at first team players. But do you want to send a message out to anybody that perhaps wants to come down and throw their hat into the ring?
Yeah, exactly. We as a club look to give players opportunities. And that's the biggest thing. Last year we gave a lot of under 21s opportunities, and under 18s were played in the 21s. So, the biggest thing I want to send out to players and potential players that want to come to this club is that you will be given an opportunity. We don't pretend to be the biggest paid club in the league. So we have to use the younger players when we need them. So it's that you're looking for football and you feel you're good enough to play in this first team, then get in contact.
Oh, that's good. And your number will be on the website, I take it.
It is, yes.
It is already. So it says on the website then, Will Graham manager, doesn't it?
It does.
It does. Yeah,
It does.
Congratulations, mate. I'm absolutely delighted for you, and let's hope that we have a great season.
Thank you.
Well done, mate.
Cheers.